Today we are going to see how we can have the world's best student, and what other way can this happen by having students that they're aware of what they're learning, how they're learning it, and where they're going. So we are going to use social constructivism theory, and we are going to help the students reflect on the way they're learning and how they're learning. We are going to do that by using eportfolios. Eportfolios is a way that students are documenting their learning process, their learning journey. It can be by essays, journeys, videos, photographs, documents, any way that the students can document and process their learning path. These e-portfolios, we can store them in multiple places. It can be a blog, a YouTube channel, it can be a portfolio place, any kind of app we can use that it's safe for our students to have access to it, and they can share knowledge with each other. Specifically, we want our students both to generate learning, also to document learning, as Baskin is saying. In other words, recording their learning and making visible things that in other point they will not be visible, like writing an essay is just the outcome. We want to see the process, what it was difficult, what I had to handle during this process, and they can reflect upon that, and they can see what they can do better in the next essay, for example, and how it can work for them the next time. It's a process, and this is a process that you can a student can do alone, but in a community it's better. That's why we want it e-portfolios. So a portfolio can be open to our community, to our classroom, even to a wider audience, so we can share and reflect, and we can take back opinions and ideas and different perspectives of different things, and we can work on that and have a better understanding of the world, of the topic that we are processing, or even of our own way of processing ideas. So let's see now how we can help our students construct their knowledge using the social constructivism theory, just share some knowledge. So let's say, for example, coming back to our history lesson, and it will be a really simple idea of just coming to our course and say, okay, today we're going to speak about World War I. This happened. Make sure you know it for the next course. Or if I want to make it more interesting, just ask some questions during the course, and that's it. But that will not help the students construct the knowledge, will not help them understand what is for them the World War, or what they already know, and step on this knowledge and then construct a new knowledge and document that. So how we're going to do that? It could be in any kind of apps. Today we're going to use Flipgrid. Flipgrid is my personal favorite. Unfortunately, it only focuses on one kind of material. It only allows students to share video. This can be quite for some students be a bit annoying, like they want to share other kind of material, and it's not following 100% maybe the e-portfolio idea, but students can share whatever kind of material they want. But it's quite good if you have teenagers, for example, in front of you in a college that they are quite keen on videos and quite keen on not typing too much. And let's see how it works. So this is our history class. This is our history class, this is our general channel. And here we want to integrate the Flipgrid. Flipgrid, we can have access to it as teachers separately, but Flipgrid here. And it's asking me the join code or to log in as an educator. I have already done that, and here is the history class, but I have created on the Flipgrid. Let's go here. Here is my class. So Flipgrid, let's go on generally. Flipgrid is an app that allows a teacher to create a class and then in there to create topics that you want students to discuss. But also students, they can have access to the material that they created independently and not only inside the class. So in this way, if you have younger students, that they can easily get lost in the idea of creating a new portfolio, because it can be quite a demanding project, especially in a younger age, or if you haven't been in this process of reflecting on your on your learning process before. It can be quite demanding, even if older ages. So giving your students a path in to help them create a portfolio, a reflecting process, it can be quite helpful in the beginning. And then if they have the first steps, they can move forward and scale up. So here you can create a group from here and give a name, or join a group. Like here, I have created some groups in the past for previous courses, or I join a Flipgrid certified group. You can see here, you can learn from here. So let's get in the Flipgrid certified group. There are quite many educators logged in here, but they are saying opinions and knowledge. I'm not going to get down, so we don't share personal data. But here you can see who is logged in, then the videos that they have been shared, and the hours of discussion that they can be triggered inside. And here is the members and the topics. I'm not going to get further. Let's go in the history class. I have created, you can say it's icon, you can customize pretty much everything. This is the code I used in order to use it here and create this tab and join from here as a student. I gave an access request. And then here you can see on the members tab, if I click, I have myself again as a student waiting to be added. And now you can see the members, the leader, and the member. You can have co-leads here, like you have a co-teacher or a teacher from another classroom that you want your classrooms to be joined on this project. It can be also by projects. It doesn't have always to be like you are teaching a class through a semester and you have this class. It can also be done by projects, like you have this project about Black History Month here, and you can create a whole topic, a whole class on that. And then here you can create topics that your students are about to discuss on that. So discussing and sharing ideas in a non-formal way, but also putting some thought behind before actually speaking, it can be helpful to create this e-portfolio, this way of processing the ideas. So let's say here about World War II, we created this, we didn't create it, actually this one, we took it from the discovery page. I will show you after. So it's giving, we're giving to the students a link, and we're asking them to summarize and tell this process, how they think, explain how you're thinking, and think about the conflicts in Europe and US involvement. It's giving a point of students to start thinking and start speaking about what you think. So when you finish, you can watch your videos of your peers and then replying, sharing your thoughts, and responding to their thoughts. And all these videos and all these thoughts, they are recorded in a simple video. So you can see here, there is 0 responses. Whereas, for example, you can see on the sample, Hello, I Am video, like say, I have already created a small video saying who I am and saying a hello to my students. And you can see that my video is here and has 0 comments. So a student can come here and can give a comment. It can be by text, if this is a good thing, or it can also be again by recording. So you can have access again to all different type of students. It's a really easy recording. It's integrating the basic of an editing a video. So like if you want later to allow your students to have a YouTube blog, if it's allowed by your institution, they can do it. But this is a safe way. They can pretty much edit everything. They can put music, they can put text, they can put icons, they can they can have again data, like if they have a YouTube channel and to see who view it, who commented on that. It's quite a social tool. Coming back to our Teams channel, it's really great also, but it's integrating with Teams or with Google Classroom. You have a Google Classroom, and if you don't have to let students go outside of the organization and open a tab or getting in any way confused, you can just have them the tab here, and they can access through their organization accounts, and they can see here the topics that is going to be discussed. And this way you can navigate them through different topics and different discussions, and they can reflect on their way of thinking. And this is also good if you have students with different abilities of writing, and you don't want to expose them. You can say you're free to speak as you are speaking in the classroom, and it's helpful in this way. You can see here, this is my first video, and it's only one response, and it's exactly the same environment as it was before, and the students can add responses and speak to each other. And always remember that there is no going back button, so you have to teach your students to just follow them the link path here. And always your students within see that before they can go here to their login button, and then they can go to their profile. And they can see here all the videos they have created. The student hasn't created any video, but he or she can create a video here, and he can have it regardless of the topics that the teacher have put before. So this is a really good way if I have something to reflect on my own, if I want to take my own learning path in an extreme mile in a different way, in different process. I can always create my video here. Let's say I create a video here to see also the video process. And I can have here also the recordings I have done to the separate answers. So here you can have it. So here you can have a general idea of what I have recorded. So for example, this is my teacher account, and here I have already two videos, Hello I Am, and my first thoughts about history lesson, which I have assigned here. I haven't posted anywhere, but if I want, I can press here, post to, and I can choose a topic where I want it to be added. So for example, if I can add it to World War II topic, and then I go to the topic, and you can see my answer appear here, and students can answer on that, and they can respond, and I can respond, and it can be quite a fun conversation. And also it can be recorded, so students can reflect on that, and they can follow their learning path. However, if you want to, apart from video, you want to have photos, you can have, of course, a video with just photos, or text. You can have a different tool to integrate all these different kinds of materials. And also it can be better if you want your students to have different options and different choices. But if you don't want to confuse them with many choices, you can choose a tool that has only one choice, for example, this one, or a blog one that it's more blogs are helping different kinds, are allowing any kind of integration, but they're more we have them connected in our minds more with documents like a text. So that being said, there are many apps out there that they can help you guide your students to create an e-portfolio, and make sure that you are the last one. You should let your students be the best. You should let your students be in front, lead the classroom, lead their learning path, and allow them to learn how to learn. Thank you very much. Also, make sure to set clear expectations from their portfolio, because it can be quite a confusing idea for the children. Make sure to give them many examples. Like what I did was a bit wrong now. I should have some courses like made for you so you can see them. And you should give the students, like from previous students, if you have examples, or you create your own example, even better. You are the leader as a teacher. You are the example, the role model for them, and allowing them to explore in a predefined area. It can help them. And don't forget to make it social. It's not a lonely experience. And also, when you want to assess these e-portfolios, make sure that you have set again what you require for them, and maybe a rubric system. It will help you so the students know already what you expect for them when they create the e-portfolio, and they don't come out of surprise when they take the grades back or the feedback in generally, and they be like, I haven't understood that you wanted that from me, especially if the e-portfolio system is new for them. Having the rubrics explained and hand given to them, it will be really helpful. Be expect that maybe they will read the rubrics, maybe they will like try to get on your expectations, but because it's the first time, maybe they will not quite get into the point. So be ready for that and not get frustrated if even if you give them that and then you give the feedback that you see the rubric system, you are more on the not in the best part. You can have quite a way to progress. If they haven't seen an example, for example, or if they quite haven't get the idea yet, maybe they need more time to explore this. So giving regular feedback through the process, and not just a last time feedback, last assessment. It was always going to be really helpful, because as said, it's quite a complicated idea of reflecting on my journey process of learning through my learning. So that being said, I'm really hopeful that it's a quite interesting journey for you and your students if you use ePortfolio. I would love to see the tools that you are using when you are helping your students to create their own, to record their own learning process. And thank you very much.